Welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. We're continuing the base cards. I might throw up my background, I might not. So I didn't do it last time. So let's continue. We ended with the two arc cards, the arc and the arc deep past and termination sequence and all that. Starting with some deck tower. So let's get into the Valley. The Valley is a blue-green. Only beasts are going to be able to get the blue on the flip for defense. Each beast, while equipped with a weapon, has tough 1 for battle. So having if you have multiple weapons, they're still just going to have tough 1 for battle. So yeah, you may have a living weapon Megatron with multiple weapons or something on him, still just tough 1. Each weapon does not add tough 1. Okay, that's not how that reads. Maximal cards cannot be played by neither player. So remember, either or, neither nor. So I'm pretty sure my grammar is correct there. So maximal cards cannot be played by, well, I normally have either, but I have neither. Whatever. I think that's actually grammatically correct. It just sounds odd. But so maximal cards, I've got a few that I've made. I think I have the something of Rhinox and I've got a few. There's not many. Something for Rhinox, something for Dinobot, maybe a card for Cheetor. I think I've got the maximal gut guns. I think those are maximal cards. Which are and I kind of updated the gut gun also, so maybe we'll have to relook at some of those Beast War upgrades that I made. So that's the Valley, and it's based off the image. So it's not a faction card; it's just Beast, but it's from the image when the Predacons went to attack and destroy the Valley because Megatron had the disc from the future and knew that it was Earth in the past. And since they're all decked out with their weapons, I'm thinking, okay, let's do that go that direction with this card. But yeah, it's best if your team are all beasts. It doesn't have to be Predacons or Maximals. They just have to be a beast trait, have a weapon, and they get tough 1. So you're going to best to be attacking in your alt form in order to get this, or maybe transmetal 2 alt 2 forms. Normally we'll also still have the beast trait, just kind of like I was really trying to mirror the imagery there. So there's some neat player cards that I've created that can help you with this. But yes, if you are attacking somebody with a wave 5 beast card, they have a weapon, they get tough 1 also. It goes back both ways of the table. Thrall. I think I've actually gone over this before, but I can't remember. It's been a while. Blue and green, only leaders can get this on the flip. A player may scrap a character's upgrade. A player may scrap a character's upgrade they control for turn. If they do, their Decepticon leader has Pierce 3 until end of turn. Okay. So you just need to scrap one of your character's upgrades, and then your Decepticon leader gets Pierce 3 until end of turn. So you're having to scrap a card. Okay, it just sort of reads funny. Once I finally said it all the way through, it's like, oh, this makes sense now. I remember this now. So it's been a while. So one more time, a player may scrap a character's upgrade they control for turn. If they do, their Decepticon leader has Pierce 3 until end of turn. So it's not so much scrapping a card because scrapping an upgrade because you're playing an upgrade. Thrall, is allowing you to scrap an upgrade on a character, on one of your characters. If you have a Decepticon leader, you're going to want Thrall with a Decepticon leader. If they're not leaders, you're going to need floating thrones to be able to give them the leader trait to also well integrated to be able to get that Pierce 3. Weapon upgrades cannot be played by either player. So Thrall is neat to have, but it's not going to allow you to play weapons. It's not going to allow your opponent to put weapons on their characters. So if they might want to try to get this scrapped best they can with another base card, or it's not Space Bridge. The Space Bridges are the star cards, the stratagems that allows you, if you follow the rules, to have at least 3 base cards in your deck. You can have 1 or 2 in your deck without the stratagem. So that can allow you to have a base card or 2 if you're playing like aerial bots or Stunicons or something like that. Because I have made a base card for aerial bots, and then there's the one that, for Scramble City, etc. So there's some neat things we can do here. So let's keep going. Tiger Packs. This is a really cool image from one of the newer comics. It is got -1 on here. Let's look at this. Blue and green. Each Decepticon has bold 1 for turn. Autobot cars have -1 defense. Total defense cannot be less than 0. So that's Tiger Packs. And remember, just because the original card of this was made from an upgrade, not everybody has -1 defense. It's forcing you to look at the base card and see who is getting the negative defense, and it's basically Autobot cars. So you're really hurting them and your opponent's Autobots in their car alt modes. So I would doubt you would be playing Autobots on your team with Tiger Packs, because it's going to hurt them. It's not going to give them bold. It's going to bring down their defense by 1. So yes, if your opponent is playing an Autobot, they're in alt mode, they have a defense of 2. Now it's a defense of 1 with Tiger Packs. If you have some Scramblets and they have a defense of 1 and you want it 0, you can only play 1 Scraplet. You can't play all 3. You cannot have negative defense. Total defense cannot be less than 0. And that's how the Scraplets work, just as a quick reminder. So really cool card. I really just want to take a moment and really appreciate all y'all being here. It means a lot to me. Even though I'm not monetized here, I don't care for that, because the content being presented, just trying to keep the TCG alive for the most part. So just a big thanks to every one of y'all. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe down below. Don't just hit the like button, throw Scraplets at that like button, because this is Transformers to TCG. Share this content if you know somebody that is not just interested in the TCG, but interested in seeing new characters, which I have made and still trying to perfect as we go along. In not just the art and coloration, but maybe some of the text on some of the cards as well. More to come. And as always, thanks for being here. On with the show. Up next is Titan's Cavern. Boy, I haven't seen this one in a while. This is actually from... Is this from Cyberverse? It might be. It's a white and green pip card. While this card's in the battlefield, each Titan in the battlefield. Have field. Let me put battle. Battlefield. Well, then it puts turn on the bottom for a second line. Yeah, let me just... Okay, I'm doing this real time, guys. I apologize. Well, I'm not saving anything. Each Titan in the field has bold 1 until end of turn. So Titan's Cavern is really just giving your Titan, if you're playing a Titan, bold 1. That's really it. If they happen to be playing a Titan also, yes, it's going to give them bold 1 also. So I think who are our Titans, like Tripticon, Fort Max, Metroplex, and if you're both playing a Titan, you're going to get bold 1. They're going to get bold 1, and they may I like this base card. I may not knock it out, but you can still knock your own base card out. Don't forget that. You just have to have another base card. So there's that. Pretty easy. Titan Cavern, Titan Bold One. Tokyo Robotics Expo. Black and green, so it's aggressive on the flip. Each mercenary and mini cassette has bold 1 until end of battle. Each Autobot and melee character has Pierce 1 until end of battle. Maybe that should be turned. Because I was actually kind of thinking about this episode with the Tokyo Robotics Expo. And it's where the episode where Nightbird comes from. Come on. Gosh, my computer's going a little... Sometimes the magic... I don't know if it's the magic set editor or just my computer with the magic set editor. I need to delete some stuff off this. But, so, okay. Mercenary, each mercenary in mini cassette has bold 1 until end of battle. Each Autobot and melee character has Pierce 1 until end of turn. So there we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is hitting a lot of different traits in at least one faction, which are Autobots. So, you know, because they had a big battle inside the dome where Nightbird was being presented by the Japanese scientist or whatever in the old G1 show. And the mini cassettes came out and they had a battle and the Autobots were inside. And I don't remember them. Optimus was like, you know, don't shoot. There's too many people present or whatever. So they were like hitting and punching the characters for battle while trying not to harm the people running outside out of the Robotics Expo before the Decepticons just blew out the top. You know? So there's a reason for some of this. Some of these traits here. Who's a mercenary? Nightbird. Mini cassettes, bring them in there, put all these guys together. So yeah, if you're playing some Autobot and melee characters, you might want the Tokyo Robotics Expo. If your opponent is playing, I don't know, Blaster and mini cassettes or Soundwave and mini cassettes, and maybe they have that crane truck mercenary, and I forgot his name, in with them, yeah, they're going to get the bold and your characters are going to get the Pierce. Oh, you may not like that, but that's how these cards work. I do not have that one ready. Train station. Let's look at train station. This is going to be the last one. Blue and green. Each train has bold 1 for each active character the player controls. So, and that's the skinny, isn't it? Trains, the few trains we have, Astro Train. Is he it? I thought we had another train character. Maybe not. But Astro Train is like about an 11-star character. I've made a homemade Astro Train myself. That's a triple changer and wears a Titan Master. I think the Ark did one too. They made a Dark Moon just like I tried making a Dark Moon. They look a little different. Maybe the image I used wasn't really Dark Moon, but I thought it was. So yeah, so you're not going to have, if you're going by the 25-star rule, you're not going to have many other characters with your train. So you might have some 5-star characters to be able to get the most out of train station. You know, when your character is KO'd, yeah, it's you're going to lose that bold. You're going to lose the bold because they're not an active character. They're in your KOs, so they're no longer an active character. And it's going to try to force you to use Astro Train, or if someone has made those homemade rail cars that combine into the 3-in-1 from Red or Car Robots, then yeah, those train characters could also utilize this as well. If someone, I want to say someone on Custom Board did make them a long time ago, if they're still there in the photo archive. So, and that's all we have time for. So my traffic jam isn't done. I got to finish traffic jam, but we've got to go over the Valley, Thrall, Tiger Packs, Titan's Cavern, the Tokyo Robotics Expo, and Train Station. That's all we have time for today. So much more coming. I hope you're enjoying this content. I got to finish this, some details on these up, get them in the Dropbox. Put the Dropbox link down below. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following. We'll see you next time. As always, throw scraplets at that like button, and we'll catch you on the flip side. And as always, Autobots, let's flip out and let's roll for it.